we all should hang our heads in shame for what has happened in Kashmir. Something very insulting, and especially when so many Indians have been killed, it is definitely a matter of great concern. So many years have gone by with the war against Pakistan, but this still remains as an unanswered question. You will not believe it. In my childhood, I was selected for the Rashtriya Military College, and my heart was in the army. And when I narrated this to General Manik Shah on his visit to Hyderabad, he was telling that people like you, Mr. Reddy, should be in the army. You are doing a great service by not joining the army. I felt very happy when he said that, but then circumstances were different, and then I had to become an entrepreneur and get going into the country club and other businesses. So what I'm trying to tell you, my dear friends, is during the course of my journey, in showing a concern for terrorism. In fact, in 2001, I had invited, when the World Trade Center collapsed, we coined a Ground Zero program, and I invited my good friend Sunil Dutt, Member of Parliament and close friend of mine, to inaugurate the Ground Zero program at the country club, and it was a huge hit. We showed our concern, and we had expressed our solidarity with the rest of the world about what happened in New York, and so this is not just new to us. It is just a sensation. We should not forget and just leave it like that. We should find out who did it, identify the terrorists, identify the people who sponsored. That is very important, because without a proper sponsor and without the proper this thing, they would not have done what they have done, and they just cannot be left loose. In fact, I'm reminded about Putin's famous saying. He said, I will find them and send them up. It is up to God to forgive them or not. I am not going to
against terror with Mr. Sunil Das and KPS Gill and other personalities like watched by our friends. So it's today with a very sad mood we are conducting this program, because we want to send a message to the rest of the world that country club really cares, and that is what country club stands about. I mean, our philosophy is caring and sharing. And I always wonder, what are we doing this? Or what are we leaving to the next generation? We should leave something that should not be harmful to the next coming generation. So because this has been continuing right from the time I was born, and right from the time we had some differences with the neighboring countries. But then this should come to a thought, and we should all take decisive action and go very aggressive, not only against the terrorists, but also against the sponsors who has sponsored this terror attacks. Without taking names of any countries, but I feel that personally that it should be directed against all the people who are involved in this kind of sadistic operations. They killed 26 people, and virtually our family members, basically all tourists. So it's a shame actually. It's a shame on the country and on the entire humanity actually. We should hang our heads in shame for what has happened, and without any remorse and all this thing, we should get going and do whatever